No, sir. Welcome everybody.
That's going in. That's going in.
Welcome everybody, man. Episode 2 of the Wave Show, man, where we value everything, all your energy, all the essentials, all that extra shit. We love it, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the views on the first one. We know it's a little shaky, but we working, man. We constantly progressing on GSM. Shout out to my co-host on the Wave Show, Maul. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you always coming out.
Always.
It's been dope. Dope process. Everything that we've been working on, and yeah, I'm enjoying this part. But yeah, we got a few topics we need to get into, man. Some. The month of January 2025 has been crazy already. I don't know if you had a chance to see Cat Williams' new interview.
With Theo Vaughn? Yeah,
Yeah,
I seen clips
yeah,
of it.
yeah, man. I think he's spot on again, man.
Yeah.
That dude has been sent here from some future,
He definitely has.
and he's dropping gems at, every couple months. But yeah, he has some hot topics. I think I'll get into it in the future. But I wanted to ask you if there was anything that you felt we missed on the GSM episode about the trade. Anything that you think we dropped the ball on?
Honestly, so it's funny. Right after we got done recording that, the De'Aaron Fox trade happened, and so like that's something we'll get into later in the week. Because this, like you said, this is the way we don't, we'll talk about sports, but like this is more of like the IRL stuff, in real life stuff we talk about. So that'll be on GSM later in the week. But I, yeah, we talked about it yesterday. It's the biggest trade in NBA history. And it's really not even. You've had some big trades, obviously the Kevin Durant trade a few years ago, and you've had some, Charles Barkley, but you've never had something like this where two generational players are switched and swapped for each other. I think that was just the biggest thing, and obviously we'll see what ends up happening with the Lakers and the Mavs. Nico Harrison has been trending. The Dallas Mavericks general manager, he's been trending over the past 24 to 48 hours because of some of the things, not only what he did, but some of the things he said following what he did. And so, and that's, like, again, that's more stuff we'll get into throughout the week, but it's wild. It's wild for sure.
Definitely. I think an interesting part you just brought up is that De'Aaron Fox, the San Antonio piece. I brought up on GSM that LeBron could potentially be up out of there and maybe go play with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I see that just being a sensational, a spectacle. Like everyone would tune in to watch, half the games, win or lose. They just want to see LeBron and Steph play.
Yeah.
If LeBron really wants a chance to win again, what if he went to San Antonio?
Do they have enough to give up for him?
I think so.
And would they give up too much for him?
That would be. I think he and Pop have a great relationship. So if Pop would have ever come back, Pop is one of those guys that might say, again, that would still be another spectacle.
Oh my gosh!
And then you have
LeBron, again, what a lot of people call the GOAT, playing with the baby GOAT. Psh, that'd be history in the making.
And so I just, I thought about that. I was like, man, that might be kind of crazy if, LeBron's got options to just have some fun in the future if he wants out of LA. I do think that it would be I think it would be more fun in Golden State than San Antonio because San Antonio's, they're young and they're trying to win versus Golden State, it'd be in, the finale years of Steph and LeBron.
There's a timetable.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a time, like you have to win now or it's never.
Yeah.
Obviously, Golden State went on their run and, they obviously have 4 championships with their dynasty, but yeah, right now it would be, in terms of right now, yeah, they'd be now or never for the Warriors if LeBron were to go to Golden State. And like you said, the ratings were down before. If LeBron, now they're already going to go back up with Luka and AD getting traded for each other. But with LeBron going to Golden State, if that were to happen, they'd peak. The ratings would be better than they ever were. And obviously the Jimmy Butler stuff has kind of come out too. And it seems like that's another situation where it's Suns or bust. The Warriors are out. And at this point, it's Suns or bust. So Yeah, definitely looking forward to getting more into that though.
So, before we jump into some other stuff, another quick sports question. What do you think the biggest sports what if is
Of all time,
of all time?
well, the first one that comes to my mind is what if Derrick Rose never got hurt?
Man,
That's the first one immediately off the top of my head. Um,
man.
Obviously, there's a bunch of what ifs. I think that might take the cake for me at least, in terms of the biggest what if. There's what if the Chris Paul trade went through to LA to go play with Kobe. I think that's another huge what if. What kind of smaller on a smaller scale, Brandon Roy, if he didn't have the injuries, the Tracy McGrady, if he didn't have the injuries. I'm trying to think of some football ones. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to see, and even some baseball ones too. Like I can try and come up with some of those like that. I mean, what if Mike Trout? Mike Trout is, in my opinion, a top 10 baseball player of all time. What if he goes to any other team aside from the Angels? And because the Angels are a piss poor organization. So what if he goes to an organization who wins?
Got it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
There's a lot of them.
I think mine would have to be in a short list. Um, Lynn Bias, if Lynn Bias didn't pass, if Michael Jordan didn't retire,
Oh, that's a good one.
and then
That's a good one.
if who was I gonna say? If Tom Brady and Randy Moss win, what happened? Like what happens with that?
And you know, I get on you about that all the time. All the time. Because they averaged 35 points that entire season and then score 14 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But that's a
And
good one.
like Randy, retired not too long after that and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so, you know, but yeah, that definitely the first two. Especially being from Boston. Like, what happens if Lim Bias doesn't die?
Uh,
And then yeah, if Michael Jordan doesn't retire, that like does he go undefeated? Like change to me that possibly changes the GOAT conversation. It changes the
yeah.
history of basketball conversations. So yeah, that's
That's a whoa, that Michael Jordan one, I think, yeah. That might, you know what? I think that might take the cake. If he didn't retire, because he was gone for what, 3 years? And obviously
it's
that three
basically
years.
2.5 because he came back.
Oh,
That
during the third season that he was out. And so Hakeem and the Rockets went back to back. Now, do I think he can? Yeah, I think they would have been able to beat that team. But I mean, but with Hakeem playing the way he was, and that's interesting. I really like that one. That's a big what if for sure.
yeah. All right. We'll jump into something else. Last night we had the Grammys. I don't know if you.
I didn't watch it, but I saw some of it. I saw like the awards, and that guy from Compton, he's pretty good at what he does.
Yeah, yeah. So from what I understand, because I didn't get to watch it, I was watching some hoops, but he had Mustard go up there
With
and
them.
accept the awards, the first three, and then he was up there to accept the last one, which was I think for song of the year,
Yep.
and yeah, for most of the awards went for that particular song. One, I seen something that said the man had on a Canadian suit, Canadian tuxedo. Sorry, which is an all jean like jean jacket, like like a Wrangler's jean jacket, and the pants are supposed to be
Yeah.
like a more fits like that's what. Some people were saying that it just happened by accident. Me personally, I feel like Kendrick has this has been the most petty beef I've ever witnessed in my life. And Kendrick has been like yo, I've never seen a target just hit so many like he's not missing.
No.
You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? And it's like this subtle details. This dude has been an assassin. And the craziest part is when to me, like Drake is real he's an emotional man. Out
Yeah,
of the two, he's more
absolutely.
or telling of his emotions. I shouldn't say I can't. I don't know them, but telling like he wears it on the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
reacts to them publicly. He's getting a little fed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with the lawsuits and the because I think we can both agree in terms of the battle, Drake lost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Miserably, miserably. And but the thing with Kendrick Lamar is he's so smart, and not only that, but he's so intellectual. Like he knows like everything he does is for a reason, and he won't exactly publicize that reason, but he's gonna let you put two and two together. And so that's one of the things I respect the most about Kendrick is because, like I say, everything he does is for a reason, and he's so smart and intellectual. Also, side note, this is really also really random. When I was listening to his speech this morning, like obviously, I work for the local sports radio station here, and so I hear like a lot of these guys' voice. If you put Kendrick Lamar, if you switch Kendrick Lamar and Buda Baker, if you put Buda Baker's voice on Not Like Us, it sounds the exact same.
That's hilarious.
They sound identical to each other.
And he's from here. Buda Baker's from here.
No, Buddha is from Washington.
Oh,
He's from Washington.
interesting.
But it's funny. Like I'll show you after the show. It sounds identical.
He should definitely do a little parody one.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought about that listening to this morning, and obviously, I've listened to a lot of Buddha Baker's voice, but that's the thing about Kendrick, and so I can't imagine him wearing the full the Canadian tuxedo was an accident,
Yeah,
especially when he wins the song for or song of the year, Not Like Us, dissing a Canadian artist and Drake. It's not an accident. It's I now it could be wrong. I don't believe it's an accident.
yeah. Seeing all of the what do they call them? Pins. I don't know what they
Oh,
call
the
them.
buttons.
Well, no, no. All of the details in the videos. I forget what they call them, but they're like rabbit's feet or something. They call them. Like this little
Yeah.
hidden, things that but they're actually dissing Drake. This little small details in the video. Man, he's been him and his people because I'm sure he's got people finding out information and adding details
Oh
to the
yeah.
things. But yeah, it's been crazy. I ain't gonna lie though. If I was on the other side, I'd be like, man, this dude's getting a little too petty, man. You gotta let up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you come at me in a certain fashion, I'm never gonna let up. You know what I'm
As you
saying?
should.
And
As you should.
so, but I wanted to add this to the mix. So, one, Trump spoke about adding Canada to the United States of America.
Okay.
Two, with his tariff conversations, it's likely not going to happen.
Yeah.
But do you think the beef adds to, like, do you think that even the politicians feel some type of way, like the Canadian politicians feel some way about this? And then hold on, before you answer, last night there was a young lady who was singing the Pledge of Allegiance at the Raptors game, and she got booed during, like not after, like while she, like as soon as she started, oh boo, like
What?
and so this is why I'm like, I think that this beef has trickled over into some real life, some like real life stuff,
That's
and it's
insane.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So here's what. Now here's where that sucks because growing up, my dad always told me the decisions you make don't only affect you; they affect the people around you.
Around you.
This young lady may not, obviously, she's not directly connected to Drake or Kendrick Lamar, but she's there,
She's an American.
an American woman singing the national anthem, and people are
Boo!
booing her.
Yeah.
Like, who? Like, this could be the opportunity for her of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, she went home crying for sure. Like unless she's like really strong-willed, which
I hope
it
so.
can be. Yes, I
That
hope so.
could be the truth.
I hope. Yeah, maybe her father's a comedian.
But
I'm just saying, like that's foul. As it was happening, I was like, I had to switch it. I'm like, ooh, like she ain't got nothing to do with this.
like she has nothing to do with it. So she's there because she got an
Why you saying
opportunity.
fuck me for?
Like, imagine, imagine, like
Her parents, her grandmother's there.
what are you guys?
Why y'all bullying?
What? Yeah.
She don't know nothing about what's going on with the Kendrick and Drake beef. But I think it has more to do. Honestly, I think it has more to do with the tariff situation. But I feel like once you start putting in the gumbo, people can't point out what
Oh,
pieces. Then the potatoes start looking like carrots. And
what?
Everything, everything just look the same. Just it tastes good. Like it's on the table. And
Hey
yeah,
man, I don't know. Speaking, if I'm that girl's parents, I might be in the crowd booing with her. There's a lot of people booing here. If I start clapping, and I'm in Canada, now Canadians. I've never been to Canada, but Canadians are supposed to be the nicest people in the world.
yeah. I've been to Canada once.
If they're booing, they're not that doggone nice.
Yeah, I think everywhere in the world is becoming more American, or
Oh,
yeah,
agreed.
like
Yeah.
living with a little salt on the shoulder. Everything comes with some emotion nowadays. You said what? I said hi. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to be polite. Yo,
That's how we are. You know what I'm saying?
it's so bad. Like it's
We got one ear part in, so you can barely hear. You know what I'm saying? You said what?
What? What'd you say? Bro, immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Man, be
It,
careful with those highs.
man, like, it's a lot of times it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So you come up to somebody and say hi, you got to make sure you say it in the tone in which you are directing the hi towards.
Yeah,
And
but
so, I don't know.
yeah, I don't think we got any more. The Celtics got any more games up there in Toronto, so I think we good. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you would take that trip right about now,
That's,
man. Things are
oh,
getting a little
boy.
tense.
No, I think more importantly, I think the Lakers don't got more games up
Yeah,
there.
true,
Yeah,
true,
Lakers
true.
go up there. Oh boy,
Or Sacramento.
Sacramento, the Clippers.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why Drake playing with him though. Like DeMar ain't really big C.
he
Like
is too. Yeah. Oh what? Hey, Demar
Drake
don't
is
do that. He don't play.
he's down with the set, like for real, for real. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't bother that man.
Talk about connected, boy. Don't. Hey, you know me. I listen. Don't let me see nothing. Don't Demar. You keep that business up there. Leave me. Nope.
But
And if I
how do you feel that the rap beef is actually going to end? Like, do you think that Kendrick has ja ruled Drake? Do you think like he's put him in his place to where he's no longer? So I heard that Drake had a show he was supposed to be doing in Australia. So little tickets were being sold, they pushed it back, and then he went and did some live show somewhere to like kind of throw people off. So it's
yeah.
like one, they said that he had tour date mix-ups is why they pushed it back or canceled it.
Uh-huh.
Why you how you got tour date mix-ups but you in Australia literally days before the show was supposed to happen?
It's insane.
So, I mean, I get when you think about it, as if you Drake's peoples, you're not gonna tell the truth. You're not gonna be like, yeah,
He's
enough
got
tickets ain't selling, so we gotta push it back.
Drake's people are a bunch of yes men. If he really had somebody on his team, he'd be like, yo, like this shit wouldn't even start it. If he really had somebody on his team, he's like, where it's a real dude, like it's like who always keep it real with him. Like, yo, like say he made something and it was trash. Yo, this shit is not good. Don't release this shit. This shit is not good. Like he had one of them, it wouldn't have never started. There would have been somebody saying, don't fuck with him. Kendrick Lamar is that dude. Do not fuck with him. This will not end well. So, and that's why I'm convinced, like, if that he has in his people, yes, man. Yes, man. Because, like I said, if he had somebody who kept it real with him, this shit would have never started.
Yeah, I mean, if you just think about the caliber person that they are, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, when Malcolm and Martin was going at it, some people thought Malcolm was out of place going at Martin because of how Martin Luther carried himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the way Drake carries himself, he carries himself in such a playalistic. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick is really about that action. Like he's marching
Always
with the
has been.
people, hands
Yep.
fist up.
Always
Drake
has been.
now one of them. Like there's been so many situations that he could have spoke on that he not even presenting the conversation. He's like, yeah, I'm about my money. I'm trying to go party with some hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and ain't nothing wrong with that. But when this situation occurs, you probably should keep your mouth shut. There's certain battles that's not for you. And yeah, I mean, the other bigger picture is, hip hop is American. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like it's ours, and so Drake Drake has flavor that ain't really American. And in the heat of battle, I don't want to call it feminine, but there's levels to masculinity,
Right.
and I know that dudes from the hip hop era, some of them, not all of them, some of them look down upon dudes who are like reggaeton, like the
Like
reggae.
the softer
Yeah,
kind of
that
stuff.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when Bobby Shmurda came out, Bobby was that dude because Bobby was a gangster who was dancing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When you that's why when Fat Joe came out with them songs, everybody you get do the rock away because they leaning on the wall. Dudes don't dance that
Yeah.
much. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
will say back in the day, the hip hop dudes was dancing way more, and they was still about that action. But the fact that Drake is repping that Canadian, and they rep that patois, that island culture there, and he's always rap singing.
Always. Always has been.
And so, how you go from rap singing to gang banging so quickly and not expect somebody to pull that card out?
And I'll tell you what, something, and I talk about him a lot. Shannon Sharp is somebody who I listen to and I have a lot of respect for. Something he always says, excuse me, you never know how stupid somebody may be until they open their mouth. I'm not saying that Drake is stupid. I'm saying he should have never opened his mouth.
Even crazier twist. What if he didn't expect Kendrick to be even dumber? Because what happens is if Drake's not an idiot, he's somewhat
Right.
smart too. He made smart moves in the industry, but he's looking at Kendrick like, oh, this is an intellectual MC. He ain't a crash dummy.
Right. He's not, yeah, he's not the NBA Young Boys or one of
So
them.
so
Yeah.
I can move, I can pull his card, or I can do something like this, and I'm gonna make him move in a direction he's gonna be uncomfortable. This is what Drake's thinking. Now realizing Kendrick's like, I've been waiting for this.
Oh,
I've
he's
been
been
waiting to crash
yo,
out.
he's been in the kitchen with the big draw talking about, oh, go ahead. You can wait for something. He said, oh, go ahead. Now, J. Cole was smart. No matter what people say.
Yeah, let me out the car. Yeah, let
He
me.
said, "Where y'all going?" So what? Hey,
Let me out.
those some big guns. Hold on, let me out here. This is my stop. He pulled the string on the bus. Let me out. This is where
Hey,
this is
I can't be mad at him because at the end of the day, it's
no
starting to look like a dub. It's
man.
starting to look
What?
like a dub for Cole.
And I think J. Cole would have murdered Drake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so if J. Cole is murdered, now again, people argue J. Cole. Actually, I'll tell you what. People argue J. Cole and Kendrick all the time. You know who's never in that conversation? Drake.
Drake, yeah.
He should have never. He should never be in the conversation. He should have known his boundaries.
He was untouchable.
Oh, Kendrick put his paws all over him. All over him. He's got fingerprints all over Drake.
And it's sad. So last night at the Grammys, when one of the times he won his award, they cut to the crowd, and you got Beyonce.
What? Oh, she look good, boy. Oh,
But you got the whole
yo.
crowd going A minor.
What? It's a certified pedophile.
Yo,
Played that on TV, Tony. National television.
yo,
Everybody in there dancing.
yo. That's why, like, for me, I ain't gonna lie. Cause I had to read into the lawsuit a little bit. I didn't fully understand it at first. I kind of understand Drake's plight to a certain extent. Like, bro, you, that's my character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going into business meetings and,
They question if I'm touching.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they really asking me this question. You know what I'm saying? And that's got
Right.
to be somewhat disrespectful, somewhat. But,
Sometimes the lesson that I hope he learned is sometimes it's best just to walk away.
yeah.
Especially when someone like Kendrick Lamar is in the conversation. That's not somebody to play around with. That's not somebody to mess with.
I think the label was doing a lot of what he's accusing them of doing for Kendrick. They were doing for him at first, and then the tables turned, and
Flipped.
now it
Yep.
got uncomfortable. But no, I think it's going to be interesting, and for a couple months to see how this whole America Canada thing goes on.
I'll tell you what though. I think the beef ends on Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday,
Kendrick
think
is gonna
so?
do something at halftime, and people will be like, "Oh,
I
well,
thought he was gonna bring Wayne out. That was like I think I said that back when we first heard the news. But I don't think that ends the beef because I don't even think Wayne and Drake are that tight. Like I don't think a lot of the connections that
I know
Drake
they used
have.
to at least."
Yeah, but I think all of it was business, and when business goes south, those relationships go with them. I don't think Drake has a lot of friends in the industry right now. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because people really read into the him and Future thing, the him and Yachty thing. Like these are the people that actually looked at, or the public looked at like Drake's friends within the industry, and then when you find out that they weren't really friends, you're like, well then who the fuck is his real friends? This nigga been a snake. He been snaking everybody. Been trying to fuck everybody hoes. Like what the fuck is going on? And that's just an uncomfortable feeling, especially these dudes are they're not 22, 25 no more. Most of those dudes are now
grown.
30, 35, and you know what I'm saying? You still trying
Yeah,
to fuck niggas hoes. Niggas is like, come on, bro. Like
like
these ain't my hoes no more. This is my lady. This is my
yeah,
ladies.
this
This is my the
is
inner circle. She got the passcode.
yeah.
Like you're not supposed to.
She got the Face ID on my phone. Like this
She's
is
off
not.
limits. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Like
And
they got kids now, and it that's not nothing to play with now.
and Drake don't play fair.
No, he don't.
You know what I'm
And
saying? Somebody crossed him once, and he never took his foot off the gas.
yep,
He was
yep.
like, yeah, full speed crash out.
And if you ask me, he's everything.
All you niggas hoes.
He's getting everything he deserved.
Yeah.
He's getting everything. Everything happens for a reason. So we talked about it.
Yeah,
We talked about it.
if you didn't come into this with genuine purpose, then like you said, you're gonna reap what you sow.
Exactly. Exactly. It sucks, but like I said, you reap what you sow. You got to make the bed. You got to lay in the bed you made. So
Speaking on that type of energy, I don't like to always live in the fast lane or live in the dark side, but there's a lot of going on. California, a
yeah,
lot of planes just dropping out of the sky right now. Like again, we're early in 2025. What's the word? What's going on? You said that you told me earlier that you're the man to call. You got all the answers.
hey, listen.
Mo, what's going on?
I'm a messenger, brother. Listen, don't shoot me. Don't you know what I mean? I get information. I'll pass it along. I'm one of the sources. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the people that get the sources from. I'm one of the sources. You know what I mean? No, I'll tell you what though. The people who believe we live in a simulation and this is all they're having a field day. They're having a field day because what's happening right now, like it feels like we're puppets in a play and somebody's controlling what's going on with the wildfires and with the plane crash and with everything that's going on with obviously the re-election of our president. Not I guess kind of re-election, but obviously he was president from 2016 to 2020, and then now we got re-elected for the second term. But with everything that's going on, and it feels with Elon Musk doing his hail, yeah. And crazy thing enough about that, people are defending him.
Yeah, I seen that too. He was trying to defend himself. Like he posted other people doing it, and I'm like, to me that just make it worse. You know what I'm
It,
saying?
it's so bad.
Make it worse.
It's an
Yeah, the
awful
whole.
look.
Yeah, yeah. I,
And
I almost deleted my Twitter.
honestly, like it's like that's not okay. And the crazy thing is, so there's a UFC fighter, forget his name, but and apparently he just started a podcast. The first episode, Tony, the very first, he's talking about how he believes Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy. He wasn't that bad of a person. And Dana White then, like, he's a UFC fighter, so Dana White then had a press conference at like the slap, the power slap where be slapping. I be seeing that shit too.
Yeah, it's wild.
You talk about the hammer. Let somebody slap me like that.
You see, one time I seen a dude like he said like my bad to him and like kissed him on the forehead before he smacked the shit out of him and knocked his ass silly. Yeah,
Oh,
it was almost like, man, I'm sorry I do this shit to you. Fire!
yeah, yo, fire! yeah, go ahead. Don't do that. What? But it's crazy what's going on, and obviously you know, I am, and I'm, we're as here at, you know, the studio here, we're praying for the fires in LA. Thankfully, they've kind of come down a little bit.
Yeah, for all families, man, all families
Uh,
that were people have someone that they lost in the plane crashes and the
yep,
fires. Like, yeah, it's been wild, wild month already.
it's been scary. It's been scary, and I feel like New Year's happened a week ago, and it's February 3rd today. So it's insane what's happening. I hope, usually like 2020 was the same thing. Like everything happened so fast, right? There was threats of the World War III, and then COVID rumors started coming out, and then and then Kobe passed away, and like everything just happened one thing after another. Now, obviously, I'm hoping that there's not another worldwide pandemic that happens. Now, cross my fingers. There hasn't been anything about any rumors or anything like that about a worldwide pandemic, but that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. Like this past month in January, like one thing after another after another after another, and thankfully it's kind of slowed down with all the news, but it's still really scary to hear.
Yeah, it's been a lot, and it's definitely starting to feel like dominoes, like you said, one after another. Um, do you feel like like I don't know if you believe in karma.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
definitely an energy type of person, but do you feel like that's what it is? Is like we've been just treating things bad. Like you got global warming. That's what some people speak to certain things. I know that some of the fires they said were started by, but I think global warming is done. Like we had snow in Atlanta. Where else was it recently? Like I don't know they get snow, but it's just been
yeah,
it's been odd. It's
yeah.
been cold in places where it should be warmer. It's been warmer in places where it should be
Cold
colder.
as hell here. Hey.
and so, do you think like it's just we're getting a taste of the energy that we've been giving off, and he's trying to wake us up and tell us that we need to be better?
It very well could be. Very well could be. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. As you know that, but I think the situations that have happened, we just have to adapt and we have to adjust and we have to be a part of the solution because these problems, if they're here, there's nothing we can do about them now that they're here. But what can we do to solve these problems? And so, like you said, it very well may be karma because a lot of people I don't think are grateful enough for what we do have. Like I say it on GSM all the time, like as the intro, but I'm grateful that I wake up. Like I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. A lot of people don't get to do that. Like I'm grateful that I'm able to walk. I'm grateful. It's just little things that people take for granted, and that there are some people that don't have these little things that they can do. And so I think it's just gratefulness because obviously, with the world that we're in today, it's 2025. If somebody goes without their phone for 20 minutes, they start freaking out. if somebody if you go get your coffee and you don't get this long CVS receipt of of an order, if somebody gets one thing wrong, they go in there and start to cuss the barista out. I it's things like that that really irritate me, really get to me, is because you have the opportunity to go order that coffee. Like, God gave you the opportunity. Now, again, I don't want to get like, crazy religious, but God give you the opportunity to wake up, to get up, to go get that coffee, to give you the ability to go drink that coffee. And so I just don't think people are grateful enough for what they have and the little things that they have. And I think that may be a reason, when you brought up the karma, like, hey, you need to be more grateful for this. So if I take this away from you, how are you going to feel? I think it's one of those things. So like, again, I don't want to get too religious, but like I think that has a lot to do with maybe what's going on in the world.
I like that. I just went to Mexico, and every time I go out, like out of the country,
Ah, ¿cómo está?
I come back, and it's like I get a humbleness, I get a perspective that I didn't have prior, because there's a lot of people there that have less than what we have here, and some of them are just they're having like the best time, or at least they acting. If if they're not, they putting on a hell of an act because they look like they're enjoying themselves more than a lot of people here.
Yep.
And sometimes they look like they're actually working harder, but they find ways, and I think it's due to just waking up and saying, being blessed, feeling blessed, like to be alive. Um, yeah, I think you might be onto something there. Um, and I also think that you're right because when I went there, so when I got off the plane, I don't know what's up with my service. I know service like basically the whole trip unless we were in the crib that we rented out. Um, and then also with that, like I don't know if some of the followers out there have seen my video. I got like two sets of videos. One set is with like the group that I went with.
Yep.
And I got like sets of them that it looked like I'm dead by myself.
Yeah, you was out there wilding, boy. You
You
told
got-
you getting up in age. You need some partners, brother. You know what I mean? Like you need to make.
but
I can't lose my co-hosts out there. I know you on the yachts and the boats and stuff like that.
but see,
First of all, ain't no invite. I'm just saying, and
damn,
I ain't getting no invite.
damn.
I ain't getting no invite.
Yeah, next time we gotta have to take the gang. We got to go gang gang.
But yeah, hey, I can't lose you now. I can't lose you. You need to be out there with somebody to be able to, you know.
I definitely, and the crazy thing is on the boat was probably the waviest I got. I was enjoying myself. So they're like, whoa, whoa, yeah, but it was cool. But I one I was like I was like my ladies' people, so I was being a part of something, and I was like, after a certain point, I'm like, yeah, I don't know the next time I'm gonna do something like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I need to enjoy this. And I almost had to take a minute to tell, because I think I was the oldest person there. Might have been one person. I had
Damn.
to tell everybody
My bad.
they're like, yo, this is something you might want to like take a step back from and enjoy. I was like, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never did no shit like this before.
Man.
I'm about to act real niggerish. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm on the motherfucking yacht, waving at other motherfuckers on the yachts, or while we driving. And then there was like a moment where the yachts, we was like in a little
So
traffic.
yeah,
I was
who's that
like,
brother
y'all
still in that
motherfuckers ever
yacht?
been in the traffic jam on a yacht? We in the traffic jam on a yacht.
Yeah, so who's that brother that stole that yacht? Hold on, is that
Yeah,
his?
yeah. Me, nigga. Big yacht. But no, like I do feel like that we need to find certain things to humble ourselves and find more appreciation in the in the small things. Small things matter. Small things add up to bigger things, and big things always mean a lot to people. But nah, I think you're onto something. Yeah, again, our prayers go out to everybody who's
Yes,
lost a loved one recently. It's
for
been
sure.
crazy. The planes that when we getting back and they talking about planes, I'm like, man, because we flew American on one of the flights. It's just been crazy, scary. I think they said that somebody who wasn't even on the plane lost their life in Philadelphia. They were just in the car because the plane crashed, and they prayers
They
to
were just too
everyone.
close. It sucks. It sucks. And I'm really glad you brought up Mexico because, and like the way that they live there is because it's not like America. Americans don't realize how good they have it.
Yeah, it take our focus from the small things.
Absolutely, absolutely, 10 times out of 10. And so you brought up Mexico, and I always love my country, Kenya. I think you can kind of see the flag a little bit here, but so in Kenya, and it's been a little while since I've been there. So last time I was in Kenya was 2018, and Kenya's all it's a third world country. So we went there, and I'll tell a quick little story. But went there, and so we go to so the capital city is Nairobi. That's where we landed. That's where everything kind of happens. That's like, for instance, the Phoenix of
Okay.
Kenya, and so we're going, and we spend a few days in Nairobi, and then we go to another city called Kitale. Kitale is where, well, really, my dad grew up, right? So my dad grew up. That's where he was raised. He kind of grew up there. My grandparents still live there,
So
and so Kitale, like the road, like driving down this road, like driving down the 101, it's not the same. Like there's potholes everywhere. Like you have to be careful where you drive. Like the roads aren't nearly as paved as good as they are here. And that's not because they don't want to, but that's just the lack of funds, like the lack of availability for them to do it. And so one of the things that I noticed is like even just driving down. So like there's really no neighborhoods in Kenya. Like there are some like in Nairobi, but in Kitale, like it's a very small town.
mm,
And so we're driving down, and so when you drive through, there's like little stations. So like there's a station where you go get milk, chicken, all these, all these food. And so one of the cool things is there's animals everywhere. There's like you'll be driving down the road and you'll see a chicken just running around, monkeys, uh, cows, goats. Like there's animals everywhere, just roaming free. And so one time, my grandfather, he has an avocado farm, and so it's huge.
oh my bad. Papa's open the door for your mother. Sorry, y'all. Wave show live.
Oh, and so what happens is, so we go there, right? We're gonna. He at the time, now it's huge now. There's avocados everywhere, but at the time he was just starting it, and so he took me, my sisters, my cousins. We all went to go plant the first avocados. Driving there, I think it rained the night before, and so like it's dirt. So a lot of the roads in Kitale are dirt roads. So obviously, when rain hits the dirt, it turns into mud. So we're driving like this Frontier, this Nissan Frontier, and it gets stuck. We get stuck in the mud, and so obviously there's people working around, there's workers, there's farm workers, things like that, and so we get stuck in the mud, and we're sitting there like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I was 16 at the time, 15, 16 at the time, and so I've been American all my life. Oh, so what do we do now? What do we? And so my grandfather gets out and my uncle gets out and trying to, push the car out and do all this stuff. And I'm getting out and I started helping. And so, and people start coming over to help, like random people.
Neighborhood. Dope.
Exactly. Just people who are
Dope.
just working and just walking around. And there must have been so it was, so in the car, it was me, my two sisters, my two cousins, my uncle, my grandfather, and my grandma. And so my uncle, my grandfather, and I, we all get out. We're trying to push the car, and then there must have been 8, 9, 10 people that just came over and just started helping.
That's dope.
And my cousin, who's, I think he just turned 18 right now. Jesus Christmas, he just turned 18, but or no, I think he turned 17, 16 or 17. He's getting old. He was 10 or 11 at the time. He looks at my grandmother. He says, "Wow, grandma, like there's so many people here. There's so many people here to help us. They don't do this in America." And at the time, I just kind of laughed. But like now that I look back, and like obviously, I've lived in America my entire life, but since I've been there, And since I was able to see all that things, see things like that, it puts my life almost in an entirely new perspective. Cause that doesn't happen here. Like I've gotten flat tires, and I'm sure you've gotten flat tires, and like you ran out of gas or something like that. People don't stop to help. Like even if like now if you're in a rush and you have to be somewhere, I understand. But if you're just taking your time, like yesterday, I was driving to work, and I was driving by somebody who just ran out of gas. I was like, damn. Like if I wasn't late, yeah, I'm late to everything, and anybody who knows me knows I'm late to everything. But if I wasn't running late, like I absolutely would have stopped, pulled over, and helped them. And it sucks that you don't see things like that anymore. And so for that moment in Kenya, I was so grateful for it because I was able to see what a community looks like. A real, genuine community.
I think part of that is the community also holds people accountable. Like I've seen, like
Yep.
if someone robs, steals, kills, they pull them out in public. That embarrass this person in front of everyone. Let them know this person's a thief. Yada yada yada. Um, in this country, somebody might even be trying to set you up. They will pull their car over and act like they're stuck just to get you to get out of your car and help
Yep.
them, and then they put you in the trunk. And so, like, I think we just have again these negative concepts, like situations that happen in America, the way you're like, yeah, let me get my ass home. I got my own kids to take care of.
Like it's in Kenya, like now, okay, it's still like obviously you have the street light rule. So as the street lights come on, you better get home. But if here, like if the street lights, like even in the broad daylight, like if my sister goes out to play, I'm still constantly thinking, like the park can be 20 yards down the road,
Yeah.
but I'm still like, okay, I'm still constantly checking on her. Okay, is she all right? In Kenya, man, you can go a mile away, and you wouldn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah,
Just
that's
being
back in the
by the time the street lights come on.
back in the day. Back in the day, can't do that no more.
No, and it's sad. Like it's sad where we've come to, like in not only in America, obviously mainly in America, but in the world as a whole.
Well, yeah, like so, I've been used the same. My homie that I was playing some of the music for you yesterday.
Yep.
He has a song called "I America," where he just speaks about how we were becoming just like iPhone is the biggest product, Apple, and
Oh,
so he
absolutely.
used that to kind of target. But it was like how we're so into our devices right now. We can't separate ourselves from them. We used to be have these connections with people. Now we have these connections with our devices. You walk in the house. I don't need to go talk to moms. I don't need to go talk to pops, my sister. I don't need to go look at this video. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
one of just a kangaroo like
Yeah,
hopping, just something
yeah.
random.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But um, where was I going with this? Um, when we were in Mexico, we're literally in places I never seen. I'm with a bunch of people that's from here. I'm like, y'all ain't never seen this shit before, right? Yeah, because y'all are acting
Yeah.
like y'all been here before. Like y'all are in your phones. You know what I'm saying? Looking at
Right.
social media, which you can look at
Anytime.
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 We're on vacation and you in your phone. So it was like, I don't think I'm that type of person anyways, but it was a blessing the fact that I didn't have any service because I was only pulling out my phone to take pictures.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was almost like, again, it was humbling me to recognize those situations. And I helped out some other people while we were there too, because I'm like, man, put your phone away. You know what
I,
I'm saying? Enjoy this moment. But everywhere we went, like you could tell. And then the thing is, for me, is there. I'm literally watching because Mexicans, they're in their homeland. They're not on vacation. They're not really seeing it. But it's literally the same thing when we're here. Like I was like, damn, they're doing the same thing everywhere now, huh?
yep.
Like everyone's in their phone all day. Like they're at work, like everywhere. Like if
And
you're literally
just
at work,
in
and the
their
second,
phone.
they got to open the door for somebody. They got to right back. And I'm like, is that how we are? Like
It's
every day. And I think by 15, 20 years, it was completely different.
oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
now,
It's disappointing, and it's almost like there's it's almost like this picture. It's picture of LeBron when he won or when he passed Kareem for all time scoring. So there's a picture of the arena when that happened, and then they put it next to a picture of when Michael Jordan hit his game winner in Game 6 against the Utah Jazz.
Everyone was watching.
Everybody was watching like this, right? Everybody's watching like this. When LeBron hit his game winner,
Can't even see their faces.
you can't see their faces. Like if I wanted to tell you I was there, you wouldn't believe me because you can't see my face. My phone is sitting in front of my face. The only way you could tell is
I was there.
Who was there?
I was there. You just can't see me. You just see my phone. I'll show you my phone.
How you get there?
How
How you get tickets to that game?
Chill. I told you I know LeBron.
For real?
I told you
How
he
you know
called
LeBron?
me when LeBron AD got.
Yeah.
He told me when Luka was coming through, man.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, you tell LeBron tell Luka what you've been talking about him?
Yeah. He told me I might not get tickets to the next time.
There you
Next
go.
time they
See,
hit
I told you.
Phoenix.
I told you to stop. You didn't want to listen. I told you to stop. I told you that man Luka's a problem. There you go. Want to talk mess
I
about him?
like Luka. I'm sounding like the GM. I'm sounding like Nico. I like Luka. I don't like Luka defense.
He said we want to set more of a defensive minded precedent. Luka Doncic don't do that. But it's like I feel like that is an exact like screenshot almost, for lack of a better word, of where we are as a society. Like, and it's crazy because, and when I was in Kenya, like I wasn't on like my phone like that, but it was like I think I was still on it too much.
For me, I'm sorry. I'm like, niggas don't pay enough attention. Like, if somebody walk in here, ready to take everybody out, you going to be in your phone. I'm going to be out. Like, you not paying that motherfucking
Right.
attention. Sometimes you need to be alert. Like, there were certain things that was happening, and one situation, I got mad at myself. We was on the beach, and when I say these motherfuckers hustle, they hustle out there on the beach.
I believe it.
They out there selling you rocks, socks, and everything in between. And so we walking down the beach, and they trying to sell some shit. And so I'm trying to take a picture, and I'm trying to tell them no, cool out. And I got on my New Balances on the beach, and I was probably two other motherfuckers I seen out there
On
with
the
sneakers.
beach? What you got sneakers on the beach for?
That's how I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gangster.
I'm gonna call Kendrick on you.
So
Say, Kendrick, I got one for you.
I'm on the beach in the New Balances, and I'm about to. I turn this way, and all of a sudden my foot got a little wet. I'm like, hold up! Oh shit! Not paying attention. The water done
there you
came
go.
up and
Yeah,
got
but that's
my
what you
whole
get.
right foot watered down
Well,
and damp and moist until we got back to the crib.
That's what
But-
you get. What you wearing sneakers at the beach for?
I'm always on point. Someone go down. I can go from sand to the
You-
concrete
no.
like this. Y'all got to find slippers and sandals. I'm bang bang.
But everybody else gonna be at the concrete. You gonna still be in the sand with the sneakers?
No, I'm gonna have
Don't do that.
everybody. I'm gonna have
Don't-
everybody
Don't do that.
You crazy.
You getting stuck and you slipping and sliding in the sand with sneakers.
tripping. I'm light like flight.
Yeah. Ooh, flight reacts.
Sonic out here.
That Flight
like this,
Reacts?
like Hendrix like this.
Oh yeah. But head. Oh no, Hendrick didn't go. You're right. I forgot. Hendrix.
Yeah. Where you think he
Take
got
it.
his speed from?
Huh?
Where you think he got his speed from?
Mama.
That's crazy.
Because I had to see you move.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Alright.
You know, maybe back in the day.
We could race too. We could put the race.
You want me to run
want
backwards or
race?
forwards?
Wow. All right, I heard him. I heard him.
Hey, where am I from?
That's true.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You. Now you speaking my language.
That's crazy.
You know what Kenya's are known for?
Yeah.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
not no more though. The Olympics things been changing.
What been changing?
Y'all run long distance. I ain't running long
Yeah.
distance. I ain't doing that.
We got a few 100 meters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I used to. I've been
Yeah.
watching Olympics since legit.
Yeah, my father is a rugby player.
Okay.
Yeah, he played rugby.
Oh, he's rough and tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's where I got the noggin from.
Yeah, you could crack a cantaloupe with that. Before we get out of here, man. Again, we want to shout out send our appreciation to everyone that likes, follows, and
Yes.
subscribes to GSM.
And if you
Yeah,
haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button,
yeah. Share
please.
with a friend too, man. Put
Yeah.
them on game.
No cap.
But yeah, we gonna keep dropping bombs. Especially with all these hot topics. We gonna be back with y'all sooner than later. Definitely on GSM. Talk some more sports. But yeah, man. Hey, leave some comments. Let us know if there's any hot topics y'all want us to tend to on the next pod, man. We appreciate y'all. We always gonna value your energy. Know that. Know that. We'll see you next time.
Peace.